Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
My name is Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It's good to have you folks listening as usual, and we mean it when we say it. That's all I'm going to say about that. We got a little bank of clouds off in the east.
Yeah.
It's clear elsewhere.
I had to, on my way to Lexington and back from Lexington last night, I had to run the windshield wipers.
That's something, isn't it?
And going to Lexington, I had them on full blast.
I wondered about that. They had a storm warning down that way in Dawson County, so I figured you're probably driving about right into that.
Yeah, we were listening to the radio, and it came on, severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Dawson County, and it said about 5 miles north of Lexington.
Oh, perfect.
And we were about 7 miles north of Lexington, and kaboom. So, yes, they were right on with that.
They had that one down.
Yeah.
Well, we had some thundering and booming and lightning and so forth. Kind of hoping that you guys will get through your sports contest before we had any severe weather reporting to do, but I'm not sure we ever had to here.
I don't think Custer County ever went into a warning of any kind, did they?
No, don't think so. So we were fortunate. We picked up 49/100ths precipitation from 7 o'clock yesterday morning to 7 o'clock this morning. 13 of that came in a shower yesterday morning we measured for fun. And so, half inch of rain, we'll take it.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, elsewhere, you folks got some rain. It was a little spotty. I think we were talking with our grandson yesterday evening, and he said driving into school yesterday, it rained really hard south of Broken Bow. So, it's been that way all year. Why wouldn't it remain that way? It's been spotty rain. We haven't had big coverage rains, but hopefully you all got some last night. We sure hope so anyway. So today, if you're celebrating a birthday, we've had some pretty bland birthday celebrations. Don't have any celebrations that I'm aware of that were sent to us locally. I'm sure there's local birthdays out there. So if you're having a birthday, you're celebrating with Richard Marx.
I like Richard Marx. I like his music. That was back in my decade.
He's 59, so he was a little ahead of you during that time period as far as age goes. But he's written a lot of songs for other artists other than his own, and he's a Grammy-winning singer-songwriter. Richard Marx. Did he do the one about Hazard?
He did.
Yeah. And
yep.
that was about Hazard, right? Down the highway here?
I think you're right, yeah. Right here waiting for you. Endless summer nights. Hold on to the night.
Thanks a lot, Brent. Let's move along.
Okay.
Nick Jonas is 30 now. I don't know anything about Nick.
Yeah, you're safe here. I can't sing any of their songs. You're all right.
Jonas Brothers?
Yeah.
Okay. He's 30 today. Nick is 30.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer Tilley, the bride of Chucky. Also the voice of Bonnie Swanson in Family Guy.
Oh.
And she is 64 today. David Copperfield.
The magician.
Yeah. 66. I thought he might even be a little older than that, but he's 66.
I wonder if he can make some of those years disappear.
I bet he'd like to. He could walk through the Great Wall of China and has more than 20 Emmy Awards, so he should be able to.
I would watch, he would do those TV specials. Remember that?
Yes.
David Copperfield did the TV specials, made the big, I remember it was a big jet, I think one time. Made big jet disappear or something.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I love those shows.
Well, he is only 66, so he's got a few more shows in him. Amy Poehler is 51, the funny lady that starred in Parks and Recreation. If you like that show, you probably know her, and has also been acting in films, producing and directing, and hosting big-time award shows. So those are some of the folks that are celebrating birthdays today. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. This is also a very important day because it's National Step Family Day. Now, about 1/3 of kids in the United States live in a blended family or have step-parents. That's not unusual.
Nope.
It's very common. The most famous step family, though, of course, would be the Brady Bunch.
Oh.
hard to believe before then. People really didn't talk about that sort of thing. But once the Brady Bunch came along and the Bradys got together and had that large family with the beautiful staircase and everything, people accepted discussing that. I don't know why you wouldn't talk about it. Family's family, no matter what the relationship is. But anyway, it's National Step Family Day. And it's also the anniversary of Snapchat.
Oh, phenomenal. Have you ever Snapchatted?
No, but I've seen it done by kids mostly. It hasn't been around that long. It's its 11th birthday today. Social media app was born in 2011. Facts about Snapchat. There are more than 200 million active Snapchat users worldwide. No surprise, 2/3 of the American Snapchat users are between 18 and 24. In the United States, 90%, this is a little scary, 90% of all 13 to 24-year-olds use Snapchat. And the main reason kids go to Snapchat is because everyone else their age is using it. So it's kind of a younger platform, and you'll see kids staring at it, and you don't know whether they're Snapchatting or playing a game or exactly what's going on there, but that's just the life we live in today.
It is.
That's all we'll say.
I was going to say, you look like you wanted to say something, but now you've decided not to.
Well, you're kind of, anymore, you're complaining about something that's way past done. I mean, it used to be you kind of fought it because it was change, and you've seen some of the side effects of it, and I don't know. Now
it's the norm.
It's the norm now. I don't know if it's a good norm, but it's the norm. Mm-hmm. Rory McIlroy, I have trouble saying that, but I think
Rory McIlroy
is against playing with the live golfers on the Ryder Cup team. That continues to be a problem.
Oh.
The drama between the PGA and the live golf tours. While the issue of whether players can play in tournaments by both tours is decided in the courts, PGA players like Rory are dead set against playing in team events with live players. Case in point, the Ryder Cup. European players like Sergio Garcia, Paul Casey want to make the team, but they still also play in the Saudi-backed league. If it was up to Rory, who just won the FedEx Cup, it would be a big no. That continues to be controversy. I say, get them out of there. They're Saudis. Get them out. It's all about the money.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave's point of view.
It's a free country, but they're not playing for our country.
Coffee's not bad today.
It's not terrible, is it? Hey, I got to go to Arnold today.
Yeah, you're even kind of dressed up for it.
Well, I'm going to see Becky.
I was going to say, is it to make an impression on Becky Daly?
Yeah, well, Becky's going to be there, Blue-eyed Becky. And we're going to be visiting about the festival tomorrow. It's I think it's only one day, but we'll find out for sure. They have all kinds of games in the park. And
going to have a parade, right?
Oh, it's a nice parade. Yeah, I was there last year. Joan and I are going to go this year again and throw some candy. You go around the park.
I remember my girls riding the little cart with the pony.
Oh, yes.
Through the Arnold Parade at the age of, what would they have been? 7? Older than that? They weren't very old.
The good old days.
But, yeah. So, good. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I think what they've done in RT Green is really, the promoter of this kind of got people, revved up about it. Is that it's just for a fun day. It doesn't have to be a lot of super fancy things. They'll have the parade around the park, and then they'll have all sorts of fun games for kids and adults in the park, food, and music at the end of the night. Mm-hmm. We'll find out more details, but it's a good idea. They got back to school, kind of locked in now, ready for fall.
Well, it's bringing back tradition.
Yes.
Right? I mean, Arnold used to have a fall festival.
It did,
so
yeah.
It's been brought back.
Back
Good.
when Becky was a little girl.
Really?
She probably rode a little pony in the parade. I don't know. We'll have to ask her.
Okay.
Litchfield today. let's see here. They're having baked potato bar at Litchfield, Nebraska schools.
All right, I've got Anselmo Myrna here. It says pepperoni pizza today, made fresh cheesy ham-baked tater with breadsticks, or a fajita deli wrap. The choices today at AM.
At Broken Bow High School Middle School, Pizza Hut pizza today. They also have cheesy ham-baked taters with breadsticks and fresh-baked ham and turkey subs, grilled chicken shaker with roasted flatbread, and vegetables, fruit, and milk at Broken Bow today.
Ansley today on the lunch menu, scalloped potatoes and ham.
At Arnold, they're showing no school today.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Let me get to a current menu. They're all mixed together in here. Sandhills today. Sandhills Public School in Dunning. Pizza on the menu with chips and no-bake cookies.
At Arcadia today, chicken sandwiches, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Thetford today, chicken fried steak at Thetford.
Callaway, it's $1 million spaghetti. And that's all I have.
Okay. Let's give you the Prairie Pioneer Center menu for today. Hamburgers today at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Steak fries, roasted veggies, bread, and apricots at the Prairie Pioneer Center.
Want to take time to promote something. I got my hands on this flyer yesterday, thanks to Mick Clark. First annual Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest.
Elktober?
Oktoberfest, 5K run and walk, or a 1-mile loop walk. So you've got lots of options. That's coming up October 8th at 8 a.m. Check-in at 9. No, wait, 8 a.m. check-in. Race starts at 9 at Melham Park in Broken Bow. It's a $25 entry fee, includes a T-shirt. And if you have any questions, you can contact Kayla at kayla.haberstick@gmail.com. It's all sponsored by the Broken Bow Elks Lodge, and it is a fundraiser. I don't know that it says on here exactly what it's for. I think it's to help somebody out, but that's coming up on the 8th of October.
Good.
Big game tomorrow as Oklahoma comes to Memorial Stadium, and we'll have that game for you on KBBN 95.3 FM. Also on KBBN.com if you want to listen to it on your gadget, your phone or your tablet or your Rooski, whatever.
Can you listen to, are cars now to the point where you just can access an app right on the dash now?
I think the newer ones you can, and as a matter of fact, several years ago we registered with it was a European company, I think, so that you could have it that your app that you have on your phone could actually show up right on the screen. And I don't even know if that's necessary now, because a lot of these cars, the new cars, are mobile internet connections.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think you could do that if you talk to your car probably and say, Siri, I want to listen to KBBN. I think the newer ones, it would probably pop right out.
That just...
Or KCNI.
We say it all the time, but technology just continues to amaze me.
It is crazy. It is crazy. But you know what? Every once in a while you have to play a good old simple question game.
Oh, yeah?
Stretch the mind a little bit. Win yourself a prize on The Breakfast Show. It's not too fancy. It's not too technical, but I know you can use Google. They're calling already. We haven't even asked the question.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should we answer the phone and tell them to tell us the question?
I don't know. That's just a coincidence.
Okay.
Somebody's calling.
We've been asking questions about cartoons. Here's your question for today. What was the name of the cartoon fueled by pop music of the early 1970s?
Ask that again, would you?
What was the name of the cartoon fueled by pop music of the early 1970s? I think you'll get it when I give you the choices.
Okay.
Josie and the Pussycats, Master Blaster, Frank and the Rockers, or the Transformers? What was the name of the cartoon fueled by pop music of the early 1970s? Was it Josie and the Pussycats, Master Blaster, Frank and the Rockers, or the Transformers? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
Aero Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
It is no secret that cybersecurity and keeping your personal information safe and secure is very important. Scammers never stop and will do whatever they can to get your information. Some examples of what to be looking out for are spoofed phone calls, suspicious emails or texts, computer pop-ups, requests for urgent wire transfers or gift card purchases. If you are suspicious of fraud or a scam, always call your bank about the situation. Bruning Bank wants you to stay safe and be diligent about keeping your information secure. Our staff is trained to deal with any type of situation and is happy to help or answer any questions you may have. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
7:49, and we have a very patient caller on the line. I believe it's Billy. Good morning, Billy.
Oh, how you doing, Dave?
We're doing good. How about you?
Good.
Good. I know you went to the doctor and had a procedure done here a couple of weeks ago or so, and that must have worked out pretty good.
It did work out pretty good.
Good. Now, I'm told by my wife, because you guys visit about every morning, I think, which is great, that you're getting around better, too.
Yeah, I'm walking.
Good.
Great.
I get to go walk to the football game tonight.
Oh, wow. You're going to be there. You're going to be there in person, Billy?
I am going to be there. I didn't want to tell you that, but I'm going to be there.
Okay, well, I'm excited to know that.
And
that's great.
Carly's excited.
Good.
So, your question was about...
Oh, let's see. We forgot about the question.
Yeah, it was a cartoon, Billy, that was fueled by pop music of the early 1970s.
I'm going to guess Josie and the Pussycats.
You got it. That was it. Josie and the Pussycats is the answer. And because you've answered correctly, we got a certificate that'll get you a free personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut. Billy, is that okay?
That'll be fine.
All right.
Hope I get to see you tonight, Brent, and have a good broadcast.
Thank you, Billy. I'll try to make sure I look you up if I have time before we go on the air.
Okay, all right.
Thanks, Billy.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, boy.
I meant to ask Billy if he was going to wear his brand new red cowboy hat that he got at the fall sports kickoff.
It's a dandy.
I have a feeling he'll be wearing it tonight.
It's a dandy. He showed it to us. We stopped by to see him a while back, and he's got it sitting right there. And, I can't believe I got to think he's going to be wearing it tonight.
I think so.
Man.
That's great.
Yeah. Big night. Broken Bow's hosting O'Neill, right?
Yes. Broken Bow's back home tonight. They'll be at Mark Russell Field. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Excuse me. And Dave's right. They'll play O'Neill tonight. And we'll have live coverage of it for you on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. And our coverage will begin on KCNI with the Custer Federal State Bank Friday Night Lights pregame show at 6.
It's going to be exciting. On KBBN, we'll have another area game that will be featured tonight, and that is Ansley Litch at Burwell, as you mentioned, and Broken Bow O'Neill. You can't ask for it. Those are nice matchups.
They're great matchups. Yeah, what a great week. Man, we've been busy this week when it comes to sports. Great matchup. Ansley, Litchfield, Burwell, both teams 1 and 2, so I think it'll be a really good matchup. And Jeremy and Grant will have the call of that for you tonight from Burwell. And our consolidated Friday Night Lights pregame show prior to Ansley, Litchfield, and Burwell will start on KBBN also at 6 o'clock.
All right, and as we mentioned, we'll have the Husker football game on for you tomorrow. Pregame's at 9 a.m., kickoff at 11. And then on Sunday, we'll have volleyball as the ladies take on Kentucky. Pregame 1:30, first serve here on 95.3 FM at 2 p.m. So sports all the way through the weekend.
I want to tell you I love you.
I just want to grow old with you.
They mean the world to you. Protect them for life with life insurance.
Klang Financial can help you create an individualized solution to protect your family with life insurance. Call Klang Financial today for a free consultation at 872-6810.
Fall is approaching soon, and the Secret Garden wants to celebrate this colorful season with you. This weekend, receive 20% off fall decor. They'll be open Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday from 8:30 until 4:30. Try a $5 hot lunch or a delicious smoothie too. Colossians 4 verse 2. Devote yourselves to prayer with an alert mind and a thankful heart. The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. Open this Friday and Saturday.
Ansley Lumber and Supply has the products you need for your roofing projects. You can depend on the quality to keep your home safe and strong for years. Malarkey, Tamco, and GAF combines installation and innovation with extreme technology features, including a high-performing weather layer, highest wind protection ever, strongest seal ever, most beautiful look ever, and most popular color lineup. For your roof projects, go to Main Street in Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Great prices are waiting for you in the aisles at Gary's Superfoods. Smithfield all-natural boneless pork loins are $1.89 a pound, and get 85% lean ground beef in a 10-pound tube for only $3.99 a pound. New crop Honeycrisp apples are $1.99 a pound, or pick up fresh bananas for only 49 cents a pound. Start your morning with Kellogg's brand large-size boxes of cereal at 2 for $7. Campbell's soups are 2 for $3. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
7:59. Real quick, I would like to just remind you that the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow is located on Highway 2, right across the highway from Gateway Motors, right between Subway and Vet Care on the south side of the highway, right near the First Avenue stoplight. Years ago, they used to actually sell gas there, along with spirits and so forth. You used to see that more often. But then along came regulations on underground tanks and so forth, and a lot of those places that were able to be like quick stops or spirit stops with gas, they kind of lost out because of government regulations. But Stan has made the most of that. You remember when the COVID situation was in full ugly bloom? Stan actually would bring you out your packages where the folks used to gas up on the platform there.
Yeah.
He would just come out and make so people didn't have to come in. That's the kind of service they do. One thing I do remember Stan mentioning after, looking in people's cars, he was surprised how many firearms there are in this area. But anyway, he said, I didn't know that many people had firearms in their cars. But anyway, they do, and he delivered them their beverages. But now you just walk in. They don't have that anymore, but you just walk in, and if you need anything, just ask. They'll take care of you, show you what they have, and if there's something that you would like to order, they'll try to do that for you. Supplies on all things are a little iffy these days, but if they can get it, some specialty wine or something like that, they'll get it for you. And, of course, as we talked about last week when Bob was here, if you buy your beverages out of Stan's coolers, when you put it in the cooler with ice in it, you're actually warming it up because he keeps everything right at just or below the freeze point. So if you happen to be on your way home and you don't have a cooler and you want to take a beverage home, a six-pack of something or another, it's going to be cold. It's going to be, colder than probably would be if you put it in your own fridge. So that's the kind of way they work there, and always good conversation, good fair prices, no fancy glitzy prices. They know their competition, they know where they need to be, and they just ask for fair prices each and every day of the week, 7 days a week at the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow. News is next.
You You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief, accusing Republicans of using humans as political props. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin.
There is no question that the governors of Arizona and Florida and Texas are using migrants as pawns in their political campaigns. There's just no doubt about it.
Plane loads of migrants shipped to Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. Republican governors did not alert officials that the migrants were coming. A special master named in the case of those classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
U.S. Judge Eileen Cannon has appointed senior federal judge Raymond Deary from New York to independently review materials seized by the FBI from former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate.
Ukrainian President Zelensky on a grim discovery in the town of Izium. He's talking about a mass grave with hundreds of bodies found in the town recently recaptured from the Russians. This is CBS News.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. Governor Pete Ricketts on Thursday morning held a news conference to remind Nebraskans about the new tax breaks they'll be able to claim when filing returns next year. He said that taxpayers from Nebraska are going to get a 30% tax credit back on what they paid into their K-12 schools and community colleges. State Senator Lou Ann Linehan and Tax Commissioner Tony Fulton joined Ricketts to talk more about LB 873, which was signed into law in April. The K-12 tax credit was already in place, but now there's a credit for community colleges, according to Ricketts. He also reminded state taxpayers if they didn't claim that credit before, they can file and get it back now. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
Chargers are awaiting more tests on quarterback Justin Herbert, who suffered a rib injury in last night's game against the Chiefs. Kansas City won it 27-24. Herbert threw for 334 yards with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception that was returned 99 yards for a go-ahead pick 6 in the fourth quarter. Patrick Mahomes threw for 235 yards and a couple of touchdowns. In baseball, the Diamondbacks shut out the Padres 4-0. San Diego has dropped 4 of their last 5, but they still have a game-and-a-half lead for the final NL wildcard spot. The Mets snapped a 3-game losing streak, beating the Pirates 7-1. New York has a game lead on the Braves atop the NL East. Astros beat the A's 5-2. Marlins down the Phillies 5-3. And in the NBA, Suns minority owner Jam Najafi called for Robert Sarver to resign.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, expecting mostly sunny conditions with highs pushing up into the lower 80s. Then a chance for showers and storms for tonight, a low of 56. Back to the sunshine on your Saturday, once again low 80s for highs. Just a slight chance for an isolated storm into your Saturday night, lows in the mid-50s. And then for Sunday, clearing out once again, working up to 86. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
When someone asks me, when is the best time to start saving for retirement, my answer is simple. It's today. Hi, I'm Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Janet Lawhorn,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. We can help you build a plan for your ideal retirement by identifying your unique goals and help you keep on track to achieve them. The sooner you get started, the better. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It is 6 minutes past the hour, 59 degrees outside now under a sunny sky. Winds are pretty calm. There's not much wind out there right now. It's beautiful, actually. The barometric pressure is steady, now at 29.99, humidity at 96%. High yesterday was 84 with an overnight low of 57. Sunset today at 7:48. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:20. 49 hundredths precipitation measured as of 7 o'clock this morning. That brings our total up to 85 hundredths for the month. 59 under a sunny sky here at Broken Bow, Nebraska. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for someone who has experience with toddlers, cooking, and cleaning.
Yes, indeed. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler cook in Broken Bow. Great benefits, good starting wage, looking for someone with a high school diploma or equivalent, previous experience working with infants and their families. You would be purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with USDA requirements, and be responsible for cleaning classroom and doing dishes, laundry, etc. If you would like more information, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0. Or you can apply online by going to their website, which is centralnebraskacap.com.
All right. As long as we're talking about jobs, let's talk about consolidated companies and the Custer County Ag Society. They're both looking for some help, and we'll also touch upon Mid-States Rodeo when we're talking about the Ag Society, because that is happening this weekend here in Broken Bow at the Custer County Fairgrounds. But first, consolidated companies.
Yes, they have openings for full-time outside plant technicians within their organization in the Myrna area. They are seeking motivated individuals that enjoy working outside, must be safety, quality, and performance-minded, and must have a valid Nebraska driver's license. Consolidated is a family-owned telecommunications company that has been serving its customers in central and western Nebraska for over 65 years, offering competitive wages and a benefits package for full-time employees. You can send your resume to ryan.pate, P-A-T-E, at nebnet.com, or you can call Ryan at 308-362-7088. As Dave mentioned, Custer County Ag Society also has a job opportunity looking for someone to fill a day labor position. It would be part-time, setting up for events, cleaning up from events, cleaning stalls, basic maintenance on equipment, mowing, and weed eating. If you're interested or would like more information, contact Michelle at 308-870-2493. And as Dave mentioned, the Custer County Fairgrounds will be alive beginning tonight as the Mid-States Finals Rodeo comes to town. 3 action-packed rodeo performances are planned. Tonight, night number 1, American Pride Night. Rodeo starts at 7, gates open at 6 at the Custer County Fairgrounds. On Saturday, performance number 2, rodeo starts at 7, gates open at 6. It'll be tough enough to wear pink night tomorrow. And then on Sunday, final performance will be Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Gates open at noon. It's Kids Day on Sunday at the Mid-States Finals Rodeo. The best of the best competing for the championships in each event. So come on out, cheer on your favorite cowboys and cowgirls, and they'll be there to entertain you at the Mid-States Finals Rodeo in Broken Bow at Custer County Fairgrounds at Trotter Arena. Cost for children ages 6 to 12, $5. Tickets for adults, $10. Take in all 3 performances this weekend in Broken Bow.
Thanks, Brent. 10 past the hour of 8 o'clock. Casey Johnson's here from Mid-Plains Community College. We'll take a break and get Casey in the chair next.
I'm Tamron Hall. Doesn't your family deserve the best? Eggland's Best Eggs. Classic, cage-free, and organic. Give you and your family more. More delicious farm-fresh taste, plus superior nutrition. Compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best provides 6 times more vitamin D, 10 times more vitamin E, and 25% less saturated fat. These are no ordinary times, so why choose an ordinary egg? Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Get off the endless debt treadmill and start saving money each month. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Call Total Financial now at 800-208-1312. 800-208-1312.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning to you.
And Casey from Mid-Plains Community College. How you doing, Casey?
Well, I'm doing good.
Good. We were just talking off the air how exciting the event that you guys have put together is going to be. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to steal any of your thunder, but I can just tell you that Joan and I will be there because this is an opportunity that most people don't get to have.
The support that we have received for our Temple Grandin presentation it's honestly overwhelming. It really is. I mean, our phone has not stopped ringing, and people have come in and told us, this is a bucket list item to hear her speak for me. I've always wanted to hear her, and for her to be in Broken Bow is just, it's incredible. Of course, we're talking about Temple Grandin, who is coming to Broken Bow on September 25th. It is a Sunday evening, specially chosen Sunday evening because no football, no volleyball. Well, there's probably some football game going on, I'm sure, some little kids. But hopefully, it's a good night for families to get out. That's what we've seen a lot of, really, is people coming in and saying, I just want to bring my whole family to this. And that's kind of what we're hoping for, is that it's something that people can come and hear some, you hear the wholesome entertainment thrown around there. But this truly, truly is. If you have ever seen or heard Ms. Grandin speak, she is quite dynamic. I have kind of a funny story. Do you want to hear it? Okay. Ms. Grandin, Temple Grandin, has several people, that take care of things for her, agents and assistants and things like that. And myself and a guy down in McCook, we've been kind of instrumental in putting all of this together. And he called me the other day and he said, "You're never going to guess what just happened." And I said, "Oh gosh, what?" Don't scare me like that. And he said, "I was just sitting in my office and I picked up the phone and it was Temple Grandin on the phone."
Oh my gosh, really?
And she said, "Well, I just don't think that my agents always tell me everything, so I wanted to hear it straight from the horse's mouth." She actually used that phrase. And so he had about a half-hour conversation with Temple Grandin on the phone.
Oh my gosh.
And they talked about everything from, like what food she likes, and because we want to make sure and really roll out the red carpet while she's here in Broken Bow. She is spending the night, and
oh, good.
We'll probably go out to eat and things like that. So it was just funny that, she's really she's one of us. I mean, she's has some of her roots are on the East Coast, but then she moved to the Arizona area. That's where she really developed some of her cattle tending techniques was in Arizona. She now lives in Colorado, is a professor of Colorado State University, professor of animal science. And she's one of us, and she just really wanted to get the lowdown. So I thought that was cute.
That's a neat story. I think most people at one time or another would, you wonder what it looks like to an animal, what we look like, what the surroundings look like through an animal's eyes. And because of her autism, Temple has that ability. She sees in pictures and images, and that's how she developed the wonderful improvements that have been made in herd animals being run through corrals and so forth. It's what I think half of the country now uses her system.
That she including created. Right here in Custer County.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So to be able to maybe describe having that ability, I'm so excited to hear how that works.
I know. It's just, I still cannot believe this is happening. I mean, we're going to get to meet Temple Grandin. It's just, it's a very, very cool opportunity, and I'm just so grateful for it. And I think that the amount of calls that we've gotten has been indicative that the community is appreciative too. But I do want to encourage you, our listeners, as a reminder, the tickets are free, but you do have to have a ticket to get in the door. So you can't just show up at the door. We have very limited seating. And as I was telling you guys when we were off the air, we are down to less than 100 tickets. And out of those 100, I have a couple of schools that I have to contact this morning to see how many students are coming. So we're talking very, very, very limited numbers of tickets. So if you want one, you need to give us a call right away. And I'm talking probably today, or they might be gone. Our phone number is 872-5259. Give me about 10 or 15 minutes after I get off the air here because Tierney is gone today, so just me. But if you left us a voicemail, I will return that and get you your tickets marked. We can either mail them to you. After today, I'm probably not going to mail any more out because I don't want to, I don't want them to get lost somewhere. But we'll keep them at the college. You can stop and pick them up, or we do have a will call box that we're keeping as well. So you can call us, reserve your tickets. We've tried to kind of limit it to 2, but if you have a family of 5, then we're going to give you 5 tickets. What we mean by that is just we've had some people who called and said, well, I want some tickets, and then my friend wants tickets, and their friend wants tickets. We just like to have that friend call and get their own tickets. Makes sense. Just so we can kind of spread that out and make sure that we're not, losing tickets somewhere. So we're getting, exactly. They say they want them, and then they don't use them. Right. You want everybody to use these tickets. So. Right. I mean, they are free, and I know sometimes it's easy to say, I want to go, and then on the day of, I don't really feel like it. And that's okay. That happens. But just if you can, just let us know that, you're not planning on coming, so that because we do anticipate quite a few people, being there and wanting to get in and get seats. So the presentation will be at the Nebraska One Box Convention Center on Sunday, September 25th. The presentation starts at 7 p.m., but the doors open at 6, and it is general seating, so get there early if you want to be up front. Yeah. There will be opportunities to purchase some of her copies of her books. I know she will have a table there set up, and we may even have some giveaways. Oh, that would be fun. That'd be good. Oh, you got to have a giveaway. One of the things that really, a couple different things you mentioned the last time, and you just referred to it here too. You've been talking with the schools, FFA, and those sorts of organizations. What a great opportunity for these young people. I hope there's half kids there. I do too. And we've got schools as far away from as Perkins County is coming to Broken Bow. So, and McCook, Lexington, we've got people from all over. We've got some Valentine folks that are coming down. It's a drive, but again, it is on a Sunday, and I know it'll get a little bit late driving home, but I hope that I think we got the prime spot, because of course Temple is going to be in North Platte on Monday the 26th. We should also mention that as well. And I'm actually considering driving over there and watching again the next day. It would be interesting to see if her presentation. They're different. So. They are. Okay. Here in Broken Bow, she's really going to focus on her cattle techniques with some of the autism pieces mixed in, and North Platte will be just the opposite, more of the autism focus with some of the cattle part mixed in. So I'm kind of excited for that too. Yeah, no kidding. But I do know they were far over 400 tickets, or probably over 500 that they've given out by now. So that's filling up quickly too. And that will be at the Community Playhouse there. Yes, it's at the North Platte Community Playhouse on Monday the 26th at noon. So I think that's why some of the schools are really interested in coming here, because then they don't have to miss school. So yeah, and that makes sense. So yeah, very exciting. I don't know how you guys pulled off this wonderful accomplishment, but boy, it's a real opportunity to be inspired just in life, because sometimes we start saying, I don't know why things have to be this way. And then you see somebody like Temple Grandin, who turned what some people thought was a disability into what it is today, what she's done with that ability, if you will. I think it's just inspirational. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. And I can tell you how we pulled this off, because we have fantastic sponsors. I mean, you just can't do something like this without some support from the community, and we had some really, really great ones. Custer Federal State Bank stepped up as our title sponsor. Adams Land and Cattle was right behind them, and of course is very supportive of any speaker like this because it's right up their alley. Bruning State Bank, Nebraska State Bank, the Nebraska One Box Convention Center. They were all instrumental in helping us bring Temple, Becton Dickinson as well. Mm-hmm. They were all instrumental in bringing Temple here to the college, along with Mid-Plains Community College and the Broken Bow campus.
Thank you to all those people and businesses, because it's going to be great.
Yes, and if you have not seen the movie, it's just called Temple Grandin. It's on Amazon. That's where I rented it the other day. It was not very expensive, maybe $1.99. Trav and I rewatched it the other day. It's truly an amazing, amazing movie. It's great. And Trav's not one for movies much, and he was pretty impressed that she's coming.
I'd like to watch it again. We'll just have to do that before that Sunday.
Yes.
And if you like, of course, good books. She's had bestseller, and that one is called Animals in Translation, Thinking in Pictures, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that would be a good read, too, if you can get your hands on that.
Absolutely, yes. I wonder if they'd have that at the library.
I think they do, but I don't know. I got to believe it might be checked out.
It might be checked out by now, yes. You might have to get on a list or that. So very excited. Please give us a call, 872-5259. We'd love to get you some tickets marked down. And if you have called us and we have tickets waiting for you, remember to come and pick them up. Yeah. We are marking who is coming and who we're supposed to mail to. So if we haven't seen them, next week we'll probably give them a call. But just remember to come in and pick them up. So.
Okay, all right.
I have just a couple of other things. Temple has really taken up a lot of our time here lately, but we do have a couple of really cool classes coming up that I want to mention real fast. Soul Fusion. You guys know what Soul Fusion is?
Tierney was telling me about this. There's some yoga in it, right? If I remember right?
Well, I was hoping that you knew, Brent, because I don't know everything about it.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's...
it is. Yes,
I think there's some yoga in it and some exercising.
Yes.
And
I think there's like some, movement to music, things like that. It's a fusion of different techniques all together, and we're pretty excited about this. This is one of the first that we've done in quite a while at the campus. So this is going to be Mondays and Wednesdays. Starts September 26th, 6 to 7 p.m. Come out, get your heart rate up and your body moving. And Tierney's got some great packages on that. You can come to one class or several classes. I know somebody was coming only on Mondays, but not on Wednesdays, things like that. So there's a lot of options there for Soul Fusion. On Saturday, October 1st, we have a class called Wood Scraps to Fall Decorations. So they're going to take some old wood and make it into cute pumpkins. That's right up people's alley. So,
sounds fun.
Yes. And then, of course, we have country dance back this fall. Very excited for this. We had a huge class last fall, so we're hoping to have the same thing here. And that is going to be Sunday, October 2nd. It starts 7 to 9 p.m. and it runs through the month of October. So if you have not already, like us on Facebook because you can see all of these classes. We try to keep an updated list. We do events on there. Just a great way to get a hold of us. We have a lot of people that message us on Facebook too. So,
all right.
Sorry, I was really wordy this morning. I had a lot to say.
No, you do. I'm glad you came in and updated us. About 100 tickets left, folks. So today's the day, really.
Yeah, really. I'm thinking maybe today, maybe Monday we'll stretch into, but otherwise those tickets are going to be gone. So make sure you give us a call if you've been having it. If you had it on your list, make sure you get that done.
Thanks, Casey.
Thanks.
Casey Johnson, Mid-Plains Community College, on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
My banking time.
Nebraska State Bank, Broken Bow, Callaway, Myrna. Member FDIC.
8:33 the time. Good morning. Happy Friday. And welcome back to The Breakfast Show. And we have another great guest to visit with us now as Brent Custer is here with us.
Good morning.
Hi, Brent.
I'm doing well. How about you? I guess you didn't ask me if I was doing well. But
No, I am doing well. Great to have you here in the studio. Yes. Brent, of course, with Shelter Insurance. And I think every month now you're coming in to visit with us because you guys have kind of put together a really neat program recognizing the great teachers in our area.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had my mother who was a teacher, and my wife is a speech pathologist with the public schools here. So I always wanted to recognize the teachers and just kind of came up with this idea. And KCNI joined up with me to do this, which was great. So we try to recognize 2 teachers from the surrounding area every month. So we've got 2 more this month, which is great, which is kind of neat, too, because I get to learn about them. And for all of you listeners out there, please go to the website because KCNI puts it on Sand Hills Express and puts the teachers' bios and their pictures. So please, by all means, when you see these teachers out in public, please give them a congratulations, and you'll know a little bit about them.
Yeah, well, and it is really neat to read the bio, not just what they're doing at the school that they're at, but maybe what led them to the school or how they got there, or some, just a little bit of history about them, because it's so neat. Sometimes we get teachers that, are basically brand new to the area, that become part of the area, or we have a lot of teachers that come back to the area after being students in this area, and I think that's pretty neat too.
I mean, a lot of us that are located in Custer County come back here because we like it here.
Yeah.
This is a lifestyle we want to lead, and a lot of the teachers are the same. And then you have some that are their first-year teachers and things like that. But it's exciting to see the teachers who are movers and shakers and are making a difference in the education system. And that's definitely who we want to recognize, is the people who put forth that extra effort and give our kids that much more of a leg up in society later on. Because we both have, obviously we've had teachers that have made a difference in our lives. And
I think everyone has, haven't we? I mean,
absolutely.
When you go through your education, I think all of us have a teacher, or in lots of cases more than one, that immediately come to our mind and say, you know what, I'm probably the person I am today because of them.
Absolutely. I mean, they just made such a huge impact on my life. And I give a lot of credit to the teachers in the Broken Bow school system when I went through, which is becoming a long time ago. But yeah, they were great. They trained us well. I remember going on to college thinking I wasn't exactly college material, and turns out, I was pretty prepared. I did fine. So, yeah. But anyway, let me get on to the teachers of the month. This month, the first one is Kayla Sawyer. Kayla is a teacher in Ansley. She has been teaching art and coaching one act in Ansley for the past 5 years. So I congratulate Kayla, and please do so if you see her out in public. And then the other one's kind of controversial.
Yikes.
Feels like maybe, it was influenced by the sponsor, maybe. Do you think?
Oh, now when you say, you mean KCNI?
Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't know.
Oh, I guess Dave's not here to...
you think Dave may have had something to do with it?
He did not. By the way, these are not picked by KCNI or myself, so no, it was
That's
not.
good to bring up, too, by the way.
Yes. The other one, Melissa, I'm just giving you a hard time, is Melissa Burney. I've known Melissa for a long time, and I've seen her interaction, and I know what kind of hard worker Melissa is. Melissa pours 100% of her passion into everything she does, and Melissa is a counselor there in Ansley, and she's done a wonderful job, and Ansley is very, very fortunate to have her and the job that she does. So we would like to congratulate Melissa, and it's not an inside job.
No, it's not. In fact, you can say that Melissa's honored in spite of being a part of the Bernie family.
I think that's a much better description, yes.
That's great. Well, congratulations to both of them. And let's see, will you continue to do this, through the rest of the school year, Brent? Is that your plan?
Actually, I think the plan is to continue to do it, even during the summertime.
Oh, great.
Because, I think of all the teachers who actually run programs, a lot of people think of coaches, and yes, those coaches pour their heart and soul into the things they do. But there's other things going on during the summer that teachers do, and I think we're just going to keep doing this throughout the summer like we have this past summer, and just keep on rolling. So.
All right, fantastic. And you kind of touched on this, but these teachers that are being recognized, they do get basically nominated to you from the school, right?
Correct.
From the administration?
They're getting nominated through the school, through teachers and administration and stuff like that. So we appreciate that. I mean, I know there's a lot of things going on in the school system, and I appreciate the administration taking the time to go through these. So by all means, like I've said it many times, do take a minute and congratulate these individuals. And, along with this recognition during the breakfast show, we do put it on Sand Hills Express. And the teachers also get, I think it's, if I remember right, $50 worth of chamber bucks that they get as a reward also. So and I think there's a couple teachers that haven't picked theirs up yet. So if you see them, remember to come in and pick up your money, because it might get spent if you don't.
There you go. Well, as many of you know, Brent is also your local shelter insurance representative here in Custer County and Broken Bow. Anything there that you want to talk about or visit about this morning, Brent?
Yeah, absolutely. After the last couple of years of not doing it because of COVID, we always tried to do our customer appreciation in the fall. And the last 2 years, we just had an uptick in COVID numbers, so we didn't feel like we would probably do it. But we are bringing it back this year, so it will be September 21st in the parking lot. So for all those customers out there who threw my mailer away, be aware we're having that. It's a barbecue deal. A lot of you have come to it before, and it's been a great turnout. I think the last time we did it a couple of years ago, we had about 320 people that showed up.
Wow, so, fantastic.
Amazing turnout. Great to see everybody. A lot of talking. People stayed around and chit-chatted. It's a beautiful time of the year to sit outside. And if we do have another location in case it does rain or something like that, which we would love, by the way, to get rained out. We do have another location to go to. But generally speaking, fall, September 21st, beautiful time of the year to have a barbecue outside.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be nice to be able to visit with some of your customers without having to talk about business, right? I mean, instead of talking about filing a claim or something, you're just able to visit and have a good time.
I would agree. And it's a setting, and that's why I love going to basketball games or volleyball games or football games too, because I get to see people in a non-business setting. But I'd love to just see people, and you don't get to see your customers enough. People are busy, and they have a lot of things going on, and they tend to only call you when they need something or something bad happens, and that's okay. But it's an awesome opportunity to see people in a non-business setting once in a while, and show them that we appreciate their business, because there's a lot of insurance companies in Custer County, a lot of great insurance companies in Custer County, and we appreciate people who are sticking with us and stay with us and are doing business with us too. So it's just our way of thanking them, and thank goodness that COVID's not as much of a problem anymore.
Amen to that. And it's scheduled for September 21st, next week, right?
Yeah, I believe we'll start about 5:30 and we'll run till about 8 or 8:30. So those of you who have busy schedules or dropping the kids off for church activities, or you're here and there, feel free to stop by, even if it's for 30 minutes, and let us provide dinner for you.
All right. Sounds great. Anything else you want to mention, whether it's with the Teacher of the Month or with shelter insurance?
No, I think everything's going to go in hunky-dory. The claim season is kind of wrapping up, we hope, and getting a lot of those things handled after a busy year. And our customers have been great through that, because obviously the price of materials is a moving target right now.
Oh, I bet.
And they have understood that just because we think it's going to cost us much, I mean, it might be less or it might be more, and they understand. They've been through it with us before. They roll with the punches and are like, yeah, just let us know what we need to do. And that's been great. It's been a lot easier than I anticipated it would be. Yeah. So that's another reason why I appreciate where we live, because that might not be the same thing in Omaha.
Yeah.
But here in Custer County, people know that we're going to take care of them, and they're very easy to get along with. So,
with what you just mentioned, price of things.
Yeah.
Is that making an insurance review even more important?
Yeah, that's
to make sure that you are properly insured on things.
Yeah, and I'm a big proponent of customer reviews, which my customers would probably tell you. They get a lot of correspondence from me, and by all means, I know people are busy, but pick up the phone sometime and call me if you're worried, because inflation is a real thing. I know you've seen it on your taxes and your property taxes and things like that, but the cost of building a house is crazy different than it was 3 years ago. And there's ways around that. Yes, it's going to cost money, but not all of us can afford to take that chance. Mm-hmm. And we need to at least visit about it. There's ways around it that are not as costly, and we need to visit about those things, because inflation is a real thing.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping in. Always enjoy visiting with you each and every month, and I guess we'll visit with you next month.
That sounds great. I'll be here.
There you go. Brent Custer with Shelter Insurance joining us on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And we'll continue with more in a moment. In the meantime, we'll take a little music break here on KCNI KBBN.
That's what the UN Human Rights Office says following the discovery of mass graves near the Ukrainian city of Izium. Liz Throthell is with the UN Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights.
We will be looking to see whether they were military personnel or civilians, whether they died in hostilities or indeed died from natural causes exacerbated by the lack of medical aid.
Izium recently recaptured from the Russians. 2 plane loads of migrants have been sent by Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis to northern states.
The White House said federal officials got no warning about the transports to Washington and Massachusetts. At the southern border, migrant apprehensions are set to surpass 2 million this fiscal year, an all-time high.
CBS's Bradley Blackburn. King Charles III and Camilla the Queen Consort receiving a warm welcome in Wales, part of several days of observances following the death of Queen Elizabeth. CBS News Brief, I'm Linda Kenyon.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Great matchup last night in the NFL as the Chargers took on the Chiefs in Kansas City and lost 27-24. Patrick Mahomes threw for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. Justin Herbert threw for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. And despite throwing an interception that led to a go-ahead pick six, this is what head coach Brandon Staley had to say about his quarterback.
It was a tough game, and you're not going to see a quarterback in any level of football play tougher and do more for their team and will their team to give them a chance than him. There's nobody that can do what he can do. Nobody. He showed a lot of guts. He showed us what he shows every day, that we're never out of the fight, and he brought us back and gave us a chance.
In the NBA, Suns minority owner John Najafi called for majority owner Robert Sarver to resign.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, expecting mostly sunny conditions with highs pushing up into the lower 80s. Then a chance for showers and storms for tonight, a low of 56. Back to the sunshine on your Saturday, once again low 80s for highs. Just a slight chance for an isolated storm into your Saturday night, lows in the mid-50s. And then for Sunday, clearing out once again, working up to 86. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation is your place for all things pivots and electrical. Call today to schedule your fall pivot maintenance, to quote a brand new Zomatic pivot with 0% financing, and ask how they can save you $500 on a new sprinkler package. With harvest coming, make sure your grain bins are in top working order by having them checked over or even rewired. They also carry the widest range of fuses and capacitors in town. Call today at 872-7786. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. That's Custer Electric and Irrigation at 872-7786 on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:04 on this Friday morning. Currently in our studios, sunny skies, 65 degrees. Winds showing light out of the east right now with the barometer on the rise, now up to 30.00. And the humidity is 94%. Precip total recorded at 7 o'clock this morning from the previous 24-hour period, 49/100ths of an inch. That'll bring our monthly total for September up to 85/100ths as recorded here in our studios. High yesterday got up to 84 with the low dropping to 57. Our sunset for this evening scheduled for 7:48. Hey, it's important to insure your home, your family, and your possessions, but it's also important to insure your business. Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business, from HR to OSHA availability to other features that will play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today. Call 872-6438, or you can visit them at 940 South E Street in Broken Bow. Don't forget, tomorrow the Household Hazardous Waste Collection will take place in Broken Bow and Callaway tomorrow. Thanks to the Lexington Area Solid Waste Agency, also with the Nebraska Department of Environment and Energy's Waste Reduction and Recycling Incentive Grants Program, dedicated volunteers bringing this free service to you. The Household Hazardous Waste Collection will be set up in Broken Bow on Saturday tomorrow morning from 8 to 9:30 at the Custer Transfer Station. Now, this is the one location during these waste collection sites that computers will be accepted. So at Broken Bow, at the Custer Transfer Station, computers will be accepted. They'll be accepted at the Broken Bow site only, and that'll be from 8 to 9:30 tomorrow morning. Then later tomorrow, the waste collection will move to Callaway, where they'll be set up at the old dump site from 11 until noon. That is all taking place tomorrow. So take advantage of it. The household hazardous waste collection tomorrow in Broken Bow at the Custer Transfer Station from 8 to 9:30, and then in Callaway at the old dump site from 11 until noon.
Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow is proud to be your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, offering the quality of Health Mart products. When you visit right now, you'll see some new items on their shelves. They have a great selection of puzzles that have arrived, made in the USA. They even have the glue you need to enjoy them for even longer than the tabletop. New outdoor flags are in as well. Stop by and check out all that's new at Barney Health Mart, Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
We hope your September has been great so far. We're going to make it that much better at Bo Bootery by offering you 20% off all in-stock Skechers. From casual to athletic shoes, even slippers, Skechers are known for being comfy and feel good to your feet. We have Skechers with non-slip soles, perfect for those in restaurants, hospitals, and other workplaces. Styles are in stock for men, women, and kids from Skechers, so come and see us soon to save 20% at Bo Bootery on the Square in Broken Bow.
Boys, it's action time and now we're on. Now 300, now 75, now 9, now 9, now 9, and 9, now 9, now 9. Sold.
Get your consignments in by Monday, September 19th for the October 8th machinery consignment auction at the Custer County Fairgrounds from Dave Davis Auction Service. This will get your items properly advertised and get them on the flyer. For more information or with questions, give them a call or visit davedavisauction.com. Get your machinery consignments in by September 19th. Machinery consignment auction will be October 8th.
State purpose of visit.
Well, looks like the old tractor's gonna kick the bucket this year.
Searching internet for new bucket.
No, I want to check insurance rates.
Sale located. Right now, get 20% off new bucket with code It's Raining Buckets.
Robots don't know you. We do. For more than 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has relied on relationships to get you the insurance coverage you need for your farm or ranch. Find a Farm Bureau agent at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it.
8 minutes after the hour, don't forget, coming up within the hour, we're going to take you live to Arnold. Big things happening this weekend in Arnold as they will be celebrating their fall festival this weekend. A lot of things planned for tomorrow, I know, so we're going to be finding out all about that coming up within the hour as Dave Burney is getting set up and ready to go to visit with our friends in Arnold about the fall festival coming up this weekend. So stay tuned. That'll be coming up on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
noticed the first thing I did when I walked in is I checked out Becky's blue eyes. They're just as blue as they were the last time we met. Becky Daly here at First State Insurance. We're going to talk with Becky here in a little bit. And before we talk with RT about the things that are going to be happening tomorrow, we want to thank the Callaway District Hospital along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics. They are proud of their new specialty clinic and what they can do for their patients. Give them a call today. And by the way, they're expanding here in Arnold as well. Callaway Public Power District, happy to support the communities in which they serve. Of course, First State Insurance here in Arnold, right here where we're broadcasting from. Excited to see the Arnold Fall Festival take place again. And they welcome you all to join the festivities. Reed's Food Center, Jackpot Johnny, just down the street. And he'd love to have you stop in and pick something up to eat there. They've been there for 40 years and counting. Mills Hardware, proud supporters of Arnold and the Fall Festival and Nebraska's Milwaukee Tool headquarters. You won't find a nicer store than Mills Hardware right on the highway, right on the main street here in Arnold. A1 Auto Repair, one-stop shop for vehicle care, inviting you to Arnold this Saturday. Grazer's Bar and Grill, don't miss B.J. Jamison performing Saturday night at 9 p.m. And RT Green, inviting everyone out to a full day of fun at the Arnold Fall Festival this Saturday. So let's bring up RT's mic and say good morning. How you doing, RT?
I'm doing great.
Hey, thanks for talking to us today. I know this is something close to your heart to have the Fall Festival again. This is the second year after bringing it back after it was idle for a while. Talk about last year, if you would, RT, what you expected, what you were hoping for. How did it all turn out?
Well, thanks, Dave. I just want to say that I was overwhelmed last year. It was kind of one of those things that Della and Robin Daly and I kind of got together and we were talking and we thought we'd give it a shot last year. And I honestly thought I would be happy with a couple hundred people showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we had that many people in the parade. I don't have an exact figure, but I think we served close to 800 plates of food during the barbecue.
Wow.
So I'm using that kind of as a judgment as to about how many people were there. All the activities in the park went well, and so we're bringing some of them back this year.
Yeah, and I will say that when we was in the parade last year, Joan and I really enjoyed it and enjoyed the big grin on your face when we saw you, because I think you knew by then that things were going to be, very, very well received and people were attending and it was going to be a great day.
Yeah, I was completely overwhelmed. Good. Really was. I was delighted. I was just happy. Everybody had fun. It was nice to see the community come together and celebrate just hanging out and playing games. Arnold's such a great city. If you build it, they will come, kind of thing.
It's true. About everything that happens here is because of all the volunteers, because of the people going, yeah, I'm busy just like everybody else, but okay, we'll see how this goes and see if it works. And lo and behold, some of these things been going on for a long, long time, like the Sork races. My goodness, that was an experiment that has been around a long, long time now. So it's good. And of course, the Arnold Fall Festival was something that had been going on a number of years back, and with Sork and different things going on, there was just a lot of volunteers that were needed to put on all those things. So I guess there was a question mark, can we pull off one more thing? But I think what you've done is you have one day of kind of simple, fun family activities, which takes people to put on, but it's just one day of fun, so I think people can handle that.
Yeah, and it's a lot of I don't really realize until it comes close how much work it is to do, but it is only one day, and it's kind of self-guided fun. Once things are set up, people who are at the festival can wander and do things at their leisure. There are some specific things with specific times, but if you want to do it, you can, and if you don't, you don't have to.
Yeah. Most everything's centered around the park, RT?
Yes.
Okay.
The park and just the redneck games will be just to the west of the park like they were last year.
Okay. Well, we both have a poster here. Let's jump in and let the people know what they can take part in this year. And I guess the parade is one of the main things. And what I liked about the parade, as I remember it, it was basically you got lined up and you went around one block, and next thing you know, you're kind of going around the park itself, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a short parade, but it's kind of fun for the participants and the viewers because everybody, especially I was overwhelmed last year about how neat the floats were and how many people showed up and how many people were in the parade. And we actually had to kind of stop the parade for a little bit because it was crisscrossing paths
right.
with each
I
other.
forgot about that.
Because we had so many people in it. And then one of the farmers who brought out a big sprayer was having trouble making one of the corners because the trees were too low.
Yeah.
But yeah, we line up about 10:30 at the Methodist Church. The Legion will lead off with their color guard. We'll have the national anthem sang when they get to the park, and then we'll continue the parade. And hopefully there'll be some candy and some T-shirts thrown out for the viewers, and then we'll start off fun.
Okay. Now, is there a theme for this year, or is it just wide open?
No, there is a theme, and actually we voted on that back during the chili cook-off last March. We let the community decide between two, and it's back to the 80s.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah.
Brent Apperson has now jumped out of his chair. Back to the 80s will be the theme.
My first thought was, and I can't remember her name. She was on TV, but it was "Where's the Beef Lady?"
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that could spin off the 80s for a parade, no doubt about. So that's a great theme, and you'll have prizes for best decorated and best theme float and so forth.
Yeah, and the Arnold Chamber has been gracious enough to judge that.
Okay, yeah, that's a tough job.
Yeah.
So they're going to be doing that, and then there's lunch. That's the barbecue following the parade itself?
Right. We're lucky to have Casey and Nicole Kozad come up, and we're going to be having some Husker dogs and brats and a side dish and some chips and water, and it's all for free will donation. Besides covering the cost of their time and stuff, the rest of the free will hopefully funnel back into the Arnold Fall Festival Fund, where we can afford to get the rock wall and the bouncy house and
bring in those
art supplies for face painting and that kind of thing.
All right. Now, I want to back up because at the top of the poster, I may have missed the historical marker scavenger hunt. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's one of those things put on by the community that we all kind of embraced. And I don't have a lot of information on that other than I know that there's clues that you can find to help you with the scavenger hunt.
Okay.
But also, we've kind of made it a full day where you can do that. And then you can come in the evening for to see the Rialto Theater for their shows for the kids, and then a concert at Grazer's during the evening. So there's a lot of bits and pieces all plugged in together that make that all work.
All right. Well, I think, Becky, do you have some information on any of this? You want to jump in? I got another mic here if you'd like to join us. Hand over to you, RT. Yeah, you don't even have to get out behind your desk. I think I got enough cord there for you, Becky.
Yeah, on the scavenger hunt, they have extended to people can turn their scavenger in on September 21st at 4 o'clock. And so they have extended that, so it gives people more time to go around and look at the historical markers that's all around Arnold. I think there's like 40 of them.
40? Wow.
Yeah, and to get their clues and hopefully win some cash.
That's been an amazing growth, hasn't it, with the historical markers? I mean, I read the Sentinel whenever I can. It seems like a lot of times there's another one going on a wall somewhere. Started, I think, here downtown, maybe with the theater. I don't remember, but it's amazing.
It is. The Arnold Rotary Club started that, and Bernie Crow is a Rotarian, and she's the one that's doing all of the legwork, all of the research, and everything. So Bernie has put a lot of work into those historical markers here in Arnold. So
the scavenger hunt with the markers, then, that's an ongoing hunt. It's not just for the event itself.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Very good. I could tell that you had a little more information about that, Becky. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Your blue eyes lit up there for a moment.
Okay.
All right. Let's go then after the barbecue. Take us through the rest of the day, RT, if you would.
Well, after the barbecue or during the barbecue, or we'll have, I think it's a 20-foot rock wall set up for kids to climb. We had that last year, and a jump house. But also there'll be a cornhole tournament going on.
Okay.
That's sponsored by one of the local churches. And then we got an addition this year where we have put out requests for talented individuals here in Arnold to come show their talent at the talent show. I'm still trying to get Becky's grandkids to go in and do their arm farting song. I think it would be a big success there.
Yeah, Becky, is that a family tradition sort of thing, or?
It must have come from the Daily side. It has to be all Alan.
Yes. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, I hope they pull through for you, RT.
I do too. I'm not much of a tech guy, but I will figure out how to make my phone do a video for that purpose only.
Okay. All right. So it's just an open talent show. People come in and have some fun, put on a show.
Correct.
All right. That sounds like a lot of fun. And then this is an amateur cornhole tournament, by the way. Professionals will have to leave their pro card at the front gate, I guess, right?
Right, or we'll handicap them, one of the two. You always have to watch out for the pros that sneak in and
ringers.
Yeah.
Well, people have a lot of fun with that game. That'll draw a bunch of people, no doubt about it. You got some face painting going on, sponsored by the Arnold Art Club, and talk about all the games that's going to go on with that.
Yeah, I think the kids. Well, I've never seen them worn out here in Arnold. They always keep going a mile an hour, but they should be occupied pretty much at the park. We've got a couple surprises for the kids near the end of the day. I'm not going to let those leak quite yet, but it was nice to get Katie up, the art teacher up here at the school, bring her kids out to help paint faces, and the supplies arrived this week, which was just in time, which was good.
That always helps. But a lot of these things that you have are good old-fashioned in-the-park type games. The football toss, ladder ball, stick pony races, squirt gun races, an obstacle course, and caramel apples. That's all good old-fashioned fun there.
It is, and that's the whole purpose behind the Fall Festival, just to come out and enjoy yourself doing some of the stuff we did before everybody sat behind a screen all day. And that was their extent of activities.
Yeah, so this is just good old-fashioned fun, folks. Bring the whole family. You don't have to do everything, but pick something out that you and the kids would like to do or that you'd like to do. There's some things set up a little bit for some of the older participants here in a moment. Maybe we should go to that. The blindfolded driver golf car races, 14 and over. How does that work? Or why does it happen? An insurance person's nightmare.
Yeah, well, we take all OSHA-approved safety precautions, of course, before we blindfold the driver. But I have not laughed so hard in my life until last year when I saw this. You have a navigator who is sighted and the driver who is blindfolded, and there is an obstacle course, and whoever has the best time wins. And sometimes they might even leave the facility.
Leave the park, probably. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun to watch for sure. But it'd be fun to be a part of, too. Did they just come and register that day or line up?
Okay. Line up, grab a partner. We're not making anything complicated. If you want to do it, you can. And
do you have to bring your own golf cart, or are the golf carts provided?
The golf cart is provided. We will use, because we don't want any ringers coming in with a hopped up high-speed golf cart. So we're going to use one golf cart for everybody.
Same game for everybody that way, yeah. Okay, well, that sounds like a lot of fun, and that's something for 14 and over to do. Also, the Redneck Olympics, two-person teams, and 14 and over for that as well. How does that work?
Well, we have several things. There is the Double D balloon toss for points, and I think the catchers of the balloon on that one is probably the most favorite fun activity for me, because it's just hilarious to see them dive for a water balloon being launched out of a undergarment.
Oh, a slingshot, but it's
slingshot.
Only in Arnold would you have a slingshot made out of an undergarment.
Yeah.
You can enter, Dave, if you'd like.
Well, I'm planning on being here. Don't tempt me.
I think you should.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, we're planning on sticking around. I like the idea, guys, of this just being simple, fun things. It makes fun in the park come back for everybody. So we'll stick around. I would like to watch that at the very least. What kind of garment is that, Art? Or can you say?
It's a double D brassiere.
Oh. Over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
Yeah.
Do they do two balloons at once?
You can. It makes it a little hard for the person trying to catch the balloon for points.
I got you. All right.
But if, there's really only one rule, and that there is no rules.
No, I almost hate to ask this, Nick. What is the belly balloon relay?
The Buddha belly balloon relay is probably my second most favorite. Is that chest to chest, back to chest, back to back, however you want to do it. You need to hold the balloon.
Oh.
And make your way from the start to the finish line without dropping or breaking the balloon.
Okay.
And that's another timed event. And it is absolutely hilarious to watch. And the participants last year were laughing so hard that some of them couldn't even make it to the finish line.
Well, let's see here. We have the parade. That kind of kicks things off. Line up at 10:30. Parade starts at 11. And then you go right to the barbecue, which is a free will donation. Then we also talked a little bit, maybe not enough. You have the rock wall, the bouncy house, petting zoo by Western Riders, and the Tall Twisters 4-H Club, and then talent show that you talked about. I guess one can of food gets you into that. And then I should have mentioned, too, on the cornhole tournament, this is also a bit of a fundraiser for the basketball Bible camp.
Yes,
so
it is.
That's important to mention that. And if you want to get into that, you can also call or text 636-6142 to let them know you want to get into the cornhole tournament. 636-6142. 888-360-830 to register, or if you have any questions. And then all the games that RT's described between 1 and 3. The cornhole tournament starts around 1. The golf cart races at 2:30. That's the blindfolded driver two-person team, 14 and over. The Redneck Olympics, the Double D slingshot, and the belly balloon relay. That's all going to be in the park in the afternoon. And then you have a movie at the Rialto Theater, the beautiful theater, DC League of Super Pets, as you mentioned. And then the entertainment from 9 until 12, and that's B.J. Jamison performing at Grazer's Bar and Grill. Boy, what a nice day you have lined up.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and actually, none of this could take place without the community involvement and volunteers and help from everybody. We've got great folks that have come up with a lot of help. Pinnacle Bank, Reed's Food Center, the Chamber, of course, First State Insurance Company, Brewbakers. I know I'm going to leave somebody out, but it's remarkable, the community involvement, just from the aspect of I've not heard no when I've had a request for assistance in this, and it's everybody working together here in the village of Arnold that makes Arnold such a special place. Downtown Arnold is, if you're here in town and you get a chance, you need to come down to downtown Arnold, because it's just it's a place where you can. I always say this to my kids and my grandkids. It's where you can send your kids out, they can be safe and play all day, and tell them to be home by dark. And most times, if they're home by dark, somebody's fed them supper and put them in the shower. So,
well, it is a great downtown. I loved pulling in here today, and Pinnacle Bank has some music, some happy music going, and sets the mood here in the shopping area, and right next to Reed's Food Center there. So, yeah, come on in, folks. Bring the family tomorrow. Spend the whole day or part of the day, and take advantage of all these fun, old-fashioned games that are going to be taking place in the park. And, of course, the parade last year, I think, surprised everybody. People really got up for that. So if you've been in a parade somewhere and you still have things put together, you have a classic car, anything is welcome. Anybody's welcome to take in the parade. There'll be some candy thrown out. I don't know whether Becky's giving away sunglasses again this year or not, but she's not. Well, we cherished the 2 pair that we had for many months, Becky.
I'm glad you did.
Yes. So, Becky, grab that mic. I wanted to ask you some questions. We're sitting here in First State Insurance, and this has been, we're going to talk a little business here, RT. This has been kind of a crazy year for insurance people, hasn't it?
It has, with all the storms we've had, and just, the claims, and the insurance companies are they're just overloaded, with everything, and just the way the weather has been, and now we don't get any rain, and so, yeah, it's just been a really interesting year.
How long have you been here?
Since 99.
Since 99.
Long time.
Yeah, that has been a while, hasn't it? And insurance has changed in a lot of ways, but really, in one way, it hasn't. That is the relationship between the customer and you.
Correct.
And the conversations you need to have before making that decision on what insurance to buy, and then the conversation you have if you do have they have a claim. It's really nice to have you here rather than trying to get to somebody through one of those computers.
Exactly. I think customer service is a big thing, especially in the small towns. People want to see your face. They don't want to look at a computer and
we get enough of that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah. Is there anything you wanted to mention about the festival, Becky, that RT and I didn't cover?
I think you guys did good. I think Della and Robin have put in a lot of hard work with RT, but hopefully it's a big success tomorrow, and come out and support them.
Yeah, weather's going to be good. We might get hopefully we'll get a little shower and interrupt things a little bit, and that'll cool us off and wet things down a little bit. But the temperature is going to be great.
It is.
This time of year, even when it's hot, it's not as hot as it is.
No, I think if we got rain, people might be out doing the rain dance. I mean, people,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we can sure use it. So always good. And by the way, thanks for being a good sport. I know we kind of tease you up a little bit on the morning show, but I do think you have beautiful blue eyes, honestly.
Thanks,
But there's
Dave.
a lot of people that would probably call me and say, Dave, would you just lay off? So I appreciate
No, it's all in fun. I think it's fun.
Well, we've had a lot of fun over the years.
Yep, we have.
Never forget that. That's for sure.
Hey, and one thing I want to, for First State Insurance, I have a new coworker with me who is just recently newly licensed agent with First State Insurance. Taylor Snyder.
Taylor, where you going? Come back here, Taylor. Want to meet you. Grab RT's mic there real quick. How are you doing, young lady?
I'm good. How
well,
are you?
It's nice to meet you. Taylor, did you take some training for this, or is Becky getting you up to speed? What's the background there?
Becky's been helping me for the last month, and then I went down to Lincoln and took a class down there for a couple days,
Mm-hmm.
and then Wednesday I went to Kearney and passed my exam, and I actually just printed off my license that just got issued this morning. So
That's got to feel good.
yeah, it does.
That's not an easy thing to do, I don't think, from what I understand. A lot of little studying, a little hard work to make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you excited then about the future? Did you got your certificate? You're ready to go. What have you liked about it so far?
I've met a lot of new people in here, and I love Becky's really involved with the community, and I'm excited to kind of join in on that and learn all this new stuff. And
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, Becky will show you all the different things you can do as far as getting involved in the community.
Yes.
Because she's been involved in a lot of things over the years and still is. She's a good example to follow, I think.
Yeah, thanks, definitely.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm glad we're here for that, to learn about the certificate being received. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. So you've got good help, and you got good customers.
Yep.
Started in '99. What's the outlook here? You're going to quit in 30 years or so?
You know, I don't know that I'll ever quit because I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah.
You know, I may slow down some, but I can't see myself just sitting at home.
We can't see you doing that either, and I don't think the community wants you to either. Right, RT?
Correct.
Yeah.
She is the queen bee for SORC.
Yeah, that's easy to see. With a lot of other people involved. I know it's hard not to talk about SORC when you're in Arnold because it's such a huge event that affects so much area, not just Arnold, but other communities who come and bring their emergency vehicles and fire trucks and, all the different people that come and join together on 3 days now of activities where it used to be 1 and then 2 and next thing, you've grown. The number of cars have grown. Technology has improved. Again, to be able to broadcast the shootout with high fiber internet just seems crazy to me when we can barely get a cell signal out of
I know.
there.
We have to thank Great Plains Communications for putting in that cable, and then KCNI, KBBN for giving the coverage that we get for our event, because people can watch it on their computers and, see the event, and
It's a great partnership. It really is, and our guys at the shop, they start talking about how we're going to do SORC months and months before we ever get there, because they all load up and off they go, and Joan and I did it for years, and some of the other staff members, and it is exciting to see people from all over the country come and then spread the word about how great it is here. I think that's the real payoff.
Yep, totally.
Yeah. RT?
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to tomorrow. Anything you want to add?
I just want to thank everybody who's involved with all this. Nicole and Casey Kozad, Mills Hardware, Chamber. Who else I forgot to mention was Clay and Julie Moore. My gosh. Energizer Bunny himself and his assistant. But yeah, everything is fallen into place. Couldn't do it without my two right-hand assistants, Becky too, but Robin and Della.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to hopefully being overwhelmed again this Saturday.
All right, I hope you are too. We're looking forward to coming over and spending some time here tomorrow and just kind of relaxing and watching people have fun.
I think you need to be part of the Double D slingshot challenge.
It's at the very least very watchable, but I don't know whether I'll be involved or not. We'll wait and see. But I appreciate the invitation.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for all you do for the community, and we really appreciate that.
You bet. Well, Arnold's been super good to KCNI, KBBN, and to Joan and Dave Burney, no doubt about it. Thanks to Callaway District Hospital, along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, Custer Public Power District, First State Insurance of Arnold, right where we're broadcasting from, Reed's Food Center, my old buddy Jackpot Johnny, Mills Hardware, one of the nicest stores you'll ever find anywhere. A1 Auto Repair, they're growing and going to town. Grazer's Bar and Grill, bringing entertainment and good food. And don't forget about the B.J. Jamison Show on Saturday night, starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow. And R.T. Green also helping out here today, making this broadcast possible on KCNI KBBN. For KCNI KBBN Radio, I'm going to send it back to the studio and encourage you folks all to come and have some fun tomorrow.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Yes, we encourage everybody to check out the fun activities they have planned for you tomorrow during the Fall Festival in Arnold, Nebraska. Before we close out the show today, just a quick reminder about football coverage on the air for you tonight on our radio stations. Of course, we'll have Broken Bow football for you on KCNI Radio. Indians return home to take on O'Neill tonight at Mark Russell Field. You can hear it live on KCNI, kickoff at 7. Custer Federal State Bank Friday Night Lights pregame show starts at 6. And on KBBN 95.3 FM tonight, our KBBN 8-man area game of the week will take us to Burwell, where the Longhorns will take on the Ansley Litchfield Spartans. Kickoff for that game also 7 o'clock. Coverage begins with the consolidated Friday Night Lights pregame show at 6 on KBBN 95.3 FM. So join us for high school football coverage tonight on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. That does it for the Friday morning edition of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Have a great weekend, everybody.